Yellow!
Hey bud, what's up?
Oh, just getting going here.
Place a disaster?
Oh yeah, big time, bud.
Let's make this happen.
Sounds good.
I'll be up front. Bye.
Let's go to the McDons house. Let's go to the McDons. Let's go to the McDons house and play some songs. Let's go to the McDons house. Let's go to the McDons. Let's go to the McDons house and play some songs.
Thanks, everybody.
Lift me up out of the darkness. Gotta believe I can rise from this sea of content. Lift me up out of this sorry state. I gotta believe there's a glimmer of light.
Good night, 1,000 good nights. Here we have waited while moonbeams have faded and gone. Good night, 1,000 good nights. I miss the love light we shared from the twilight till dawn. That wonderful moment meant hours of bliss, regretting what no man been crying like this. Good night. Tonight was like heaven. Hold me and kiss me and tell me 1,000 good nights. Regretting what no man been crying like this. Good night. Tonight was like heaven. Hold me and kiss me and tell me 1,000 good nights.
It's Ryan's spot of the week. It's Ryan's spot of the week.
Good to be back once again. This week, a little bit of a weird one here, folks, and I want to talk about a low frequency once again, and we're not talking about the bloop. You know, that was like an ultra low frequency that we couldn't hear that. Couldn't hear it. What? What? We're talking about ones that people are hearing. It's called the hum. So the hum, it's said to be somewhat like a distant idling diesel engine. You know, we're talking about like a big diesel truck. You know, he's climbing a hill, he's lugging. People that say they feel a vibration with the hum, and it just seems to never go away. So during the 80s, there was a bunch of residents in New Mexico. I think the town was called Tacos. A bunch of these people were hearing this low frequency drone sound and can't do anything without hearing this thing. And supposedly about 2% of the population of Tacos could hear the sound, so not very many people, you know, 2% of the people are probably crazy too. So 2011, it was reported that residents of a village in Woodland, England, a couple of good, jolly good chaps over there, they could hear the sound. And what is it? 2010, all throughout Windsor, Ontario, a bunch of people reporting the hum. Apparently the period between Christmas and New Year's is notorious. You know, maybe it's like the sound coming from my credit card, you know, it's basically overloaded with debt, and just kind of making this low frequency sound, trying to warn people that I have no money. Apparently the noise really gets you early in the morning and late at night. And you know, just imagine you're trying to make your morning toast, and you know, because this sound is just overwhelming your entire sense of hearing, you never hear the toast pop. You know, so the rest of your life you're eating cold toast. And who wants to do that, you know? You may as well not even eat. And then I'm going to end up looking like Callista Flockhart, you know, Ally McBeal, probably have Harrison Ford over here trying to get up on me and touch me and stuff, because I'm obviously not eating anymore because I'm not eating cold toast. Sleep. Good luck with that one. You know, unless you're the type of guy who just lives for trying to go to sleep with a super annoying unknown noise just haunting you in your bedroom. Because you know the second you close those baby blues, I'm going to be out in your driveway just cranking my diesel engine, letting her idle at a steady, annoying, nice decibel. Just for you, baby. Yeah. So there's a pile of explanations out there, you know, what people think it might be making this sound. You know, some of the explanations are, you know, like a power plant nearby. Nobody can ever find a godforsaken power plant. You know, you go looking for it, and you don't find it. You end up finding a drive-through at McDonald's and getting a double quarter pounder with only ketchup, cheese, and bacon. And of course you're going to have size, you know. And you went out to find the source of the hum, but you just ended up getting high cholesterol, you know. It's pathetic. So maybe, you know, some of the people, they could be hearing the spinning of the earth. That's one, you know, one thing I heard from some dude. It could be a shit pile of bees. You know, I think that's a pretty good explanation. I just kind of came up with that one right now. Maybe it's just a shitload of people that are humming. A recent study produced the fact that most of these people hearing the hum may actually be mentally retarded. I don't know how accurate that study is. You know, there's a couple of reports that are out there that exist, you know, that talk about the hum driving people nuts to the point where they're doing themselves in. You know, it's pretty sad, but, you know, they're jumping off the roof, you know, they're jumping into trains, they're jumping to crisscross, you know, it's just mad jumping, you know, and maybe that hum triggers some effect in the brain that makes people want to jump. I don't know. I don't have the hum or the jumping ability. I could probably only jump maybe a foot, if that. So I'm not really the candidate to be performing that test, but maybe you can try that at home. Yeah, so I talked to a guy recently at Future Shop, and you know, those guys, they know their stuff, and he was telling me that you know, the hum is probably just a fig Newton of people's imagination. You know, and he also said for me to buy the new Quatron by Sharp, so I did that, and as you can see here, I'm rocking the Quatron. He also he tried to tell me to buy some extremely overpriced HDMI cables, which I did not agree to do, thankfully. And then he asked me for my number, and things didn't work out too well there. Really, it's one of the biggest mysteries that are out there. Call up your local scientists and just get them up in here, and you know, say your prayers to the baby Jesus, and hopefully you won't hear the hum. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you.
It's Ryan's spot of the week. It's Ryan's spot of the week.
Ra-cha-cha, ra-cha-cha-cha-cha, ra-cha-cha, ra-cha-cha-cha-cha. She's got the voice of an angel and her eyes they shine. A heart of gold, too bad the heart is mine. But time to time, well, I'm inclined to grin, 'cause she wants my heart but not the man it's in. Yeah, she wants my heart but not the man it's in. So I'm paralyzed from panicking, 'cause without a heart I'm like a mannequin. I can't imagine how I'll be a man again. Who would want a man in the shape I'm in? She lured me in like a fisherman, baited the hook, set the trap, caught my heart, and then she threw me back. Well, it's got to be some kind of sin, 'cause she wants my heart, not the man it's in. Ra-cha-cha, ra-cha-cha-cha-cha, ra-cha-cha, ra-cha-cha-cha-cha. Apparently she was fooling me, collecting hearts like jewelry. But what does she want with a heart like mine, chipped and cracked so many times? Well, I roll my eyes and I scratch my chin. She wants my heart but not the man it's in. Yeah, she wants my heart but not the man it's in. Ra-cha-cha, ra-cha-cha-cha-cha. How did she do it? Don't ask me. I thought that I had it under lock and key, but she's as tricky as a little fox. Stole my heart and left the lock. Well, thanks a lot. And if you see it amongst her things, broken hearts and ruby rings, there's a small reward for your thievery, 'cause my heart has sentimental value to me. But just be careful whatever you do, 'cause she'll laugh and she'll cry and then she'll take yours too. The situation's hopeless, there's no way I can win, 'cause she wants my heart but not the man it's in. Ra-cha-cha, ra-cha-cha-cha-cha. Yeah, she's got my heart. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Hey, don't you be squirting water at me. I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend, pal. The Whacker!
It was a moonlit night and it got to be alright. Take it once, your lover stroll delight. Where is that perfect place? So it gotta be fine. We've been there before, baby, we take our time. Maybe, baby, Amy, maybe, baby, tonight did I forget to mention Amy, my little lady outside. Maybe, Amy, baby, got to say it again. Love to maybe Amy like a flower to the rain. It was a moonlit stroll, we walked across time. Yes, it was a moonlit stroll, we walked across time. Yes, it was a moonlit stroll, baby, you know it's alright. We were moonlit lovers and we did the moonlit stroll, and my sweetie's got something that satisfied my soul. Take it to the doctor, you can take it to the judge, you can place it by the Bible. Who's the one you love? Now love has left me in the time to see again, and to love and to lose. It's like my oldest friend. I wish I had a friend who could keep her in line, who could keep her sweet love from leaving one more time. It was a moonlit stroll, we walked across time. Yes, it was a moonlit stroll, we walked across time. Yes, it was a moonlit stroll, baby, you know it's alright. Now that love has left me and it's left me nearly flat, friends, I want to tell you where I think it's really at. Can't stand the truth, but let me say it anew. Maybe, baby, Amy's in love with you. Maybe, baby, Amy, maybe, baby, tonight did I forget to mention Amy, my little lady outside. Maybe, Amy, baby, got to say it again. Love to maybe Amy like a flower to the rain. It was a moonlit stroll, we walked across time. Yes, it was a moonlit stroll, we walked across time. Yes, it was a moonlit stroll, baby, you know it treat you right. Yes, it was a moonlit stroll, you know it's alright. I love the going wrong, let's go!
shout, shout, shout crie à la diable. Today we are doing probably my #2 best record of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, Motley Crue, Shout the Devil. Today we're doing a song called Red Hot. And I think red hot, I think steaming hot, in your mouth, burn, shit fire, rock and roll kind of food. So the main ingredient we got today, chicken wings. We got ground beef, we got tomatoes, onions, we got Pepsi from my Sailor Jerry's, we got green onions, sour cream, we got the Franks, the sriracha, the cayenne, the cheese, the habanero, and then this for the sauce. I am stuffing nachos with chicken wings. Habanero, shit in your pants style chicken wings. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna start making the sauce. And what I wanna do is take all these hot peppers, like habaneros and jalapenos and little chilies, and I'm gonna boil them down and then I'm gonna pulverize them. So basically I'm just gonna take tops off of these, throw them in the boiling water, add a bit of salt to it, because you can never have too much salt, right? You know, kickstart my heart, Motley Crue. Let's stop your heart. Sodium. Just fired those in there. I got the stems right here from them. Right here, I would eat them. The stems are what makes you grow. Oh, it's hot. Ground beast is some of my favorite stuff. We're not deep frying them. Sometimes I deep fry, sometimes I don't. I like baking them, getting them really crispy on a high temperature, add oil, cayenne pepper, dump that right in, some pepper, and some Montreal steak spice. Mix those up with the oil, spices, dump those in there. Chicken wings on the oven. I get better things to do than you, and that's called drinking. We're gonna add some red pepper flakes. There we go, and then we'll add some cayenne and Franks to this. The cock sauce, Worcester sauce, the best sauce in the world. Just gonna add these into the hot peppers now. Now I'm gonna cut some veg with the green onions. My guest for this show tonight, he plays in a band called Grieber, and he also plays in a band called Fuck the Facts. He plays with a guy named Steve, who also plays in the Great Sabatini, besides Grieber too. These guys are very special, dear to my heart. Mark and Steve from Grieber. And when in town, they drink what?
When in Rome. Schooner.
Highly recommended Olin product.
Come on over here, guys. Let's talk about what we're doing. Mark is, like I was saying, like one of the biggest McDons House fans of all time. That's a guy from Ottawa.
True story, my girlfriend is so sick of me saying, "Oh, Taba Ninja." I love you too.
But I also have another super special guest. Come on out, Mark. As you Moncton people know, the old Paramount stage, he played in a band called I Hate Sally. And basically, his cymbal fell, hit the fish tank, and then the fish tank poured out, and everybody was caught like in a slew of electronic mess of sparks and this. You know, he was even afraid to mention it today, but I think it's still one of the best stories of all time. And
You hit me earlier though.
Actually, I did. I bag tagged him. This guy right here. Anybody wants to know? Look at his face. So this is better than a mugshot.
Dead or alive?
Kill him. Kill him now. With my turbo dick, I will reduce those peppers right inside that pot. Blend these peppers all up. I need a gas mask. Frank's Red Thick, just for flavor, which is really nothing right now. This is basically the sugar part of the dish. Some barbecue sauce, smoking habanero. There we go. And then we'll let that reduce, and that's a chicken wing sauce. And it's gonna be nuts. I'm not looking forward to it. So with any sauce, you always gotta add a little bit of molasses. Pittsburgh Penguins. My favorite hockey team of all time. Let it come to me, baby. Let it come to me.
It's pretty good. Oh, it's starting to creep up now.
Does it need more?
No.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put down the first layer right now. We'll put down some of this spicy ground beef here. With onions. Get at the wings. Right here. We'll be back right after this message about a new drug, the date rape drug. It's awesome. Check it out. So I'm just adding these chicken wings to the sauce here. Little Mexicano cheese made of flavors of things you don't know about. Then we start layering the chicken wings. Not too bad. Go with the mozzarella. More ground beef. Sauteed in the hottest spices of the land. More chicken wings. This is awesome. You want to keep the chicken wings hidden, you know what I mean? Vern? Sauce. More nacho chips. Just to hide it. Form a volcano in the middle, right here. More sauce. More cheese, the better. We can use to try. Yeah, well, you know what? On Valentine's Day, what was 6 inches and didn't get sucked? Wouldn't use these crap pipe. Ladies and gentlemen, chicken wings stuffed nachos. The tomatoes, a couple raw onions, just for flavs. The pièce de résistance. From here to there, across the seas, you will see us part Connecticut. I need those piece baskets back. Motley Crue, red hot. But let's get into these nachos, because it's stuffed with chicken wings. Let's go, boys. Let's eat.
Let's do it.
Cooking up songs with PJ. His favorite songs inspire his recipes. PJ's gonna cook for us. Oh yeah!
Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. I used to think love was blue, but now I know that it's black. A soft voice in the doorway, then a knife in the back. No, love isn't blue, it's much darker than that. Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la. And I see people in love, and they may not agree, but I know whereof I speak, 'cause it's happened to me. And I'd rather be broken and stretched out on a rack than to long for somebody who ain't coming back. No, love isn't blue, it's much darker than that. And if life is a river, hell, I must be damned. I am caught in a whirlpool going round and around, and I hold my head high and I try not to drown. Round and round, fa-la-la, round and round, fa-la-la. Well, to say love is blue seems a little bit mild. It's more like the death of an only child. It leaves you haunted and breathless, with your mind running wild, degraded, depressed, and defiled. Well, to say love is cold, love is so cold, it turns rivers to ice. It terrifies, humiliates. No, it's not all that nice. It's as black as the spots on unlucky dice. And craps, I'm rolling snake eyes again. Fa-la-la-la-la. Well, love is as black as a bucket of coal. You try to light it on fire and warm your pitiful soul, but you'll wait your whole lifetime and die lonely and cold. But at least now you've been told. Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la.
Mark's made a list of the best albums in the history of the human being. Records we all should talk about. An album we could all listen to this week.
Here we are again to, I don't even know what we're going. Is it episode 18 by this point? And it's number 16 for me. The 16th best album in the history of the human being. And Blue Cheer. Blue Cheer is like, everything's happening, you know, like it's just Blue Cheer's first album alone, Vincibus Eruptum, well, according to Geddy Lee, started heavy metal, you know, January 1968. That's well before the first Black Sabbath album. But we're not here to talk about Blue Cheer's first album, because as well as that is a megalo milestone landmark in the history of music, I found their second album to be better. But I'll tell you, let's think about Black Flag for a little bit. To Black Flag's third singer, Des Cadena, he was quoted in a magazine saying that Blue Cheer's second album is better than their first album. And that kind of stopped me in my tracks, because that's not something you usually read about in a punk zine, you know, whether it was Pages of Rage or Forced Exposure or wherever I read that. But it made me think, so all I ever had was just the first Blue Cheer album. And so 1986, that's another great year for rediscovering stuff. And I sent away to Bebop Records in the States and got this record, Outside Inside by Blue Cheer, the best Blue Cheer album. And wow, because when you think of the first Blue Cheer album, it is proto-metal, it is hard, almost industrial, gray metal. Yes, very greasy like. But this album is full on acid psychedelia. Oh my God, it goes beyond us. It's the peyote buttons and everything. So it was the heaviness of the first album with the full-on psychedelia of the second album, because that's their second album, Blue Cheer, Outside Inside. And it's still the original lineup. Well, if we're going to talk original lineup, we're going to talk about Six Piece, but that was not the recording band. But this is, only 2 albums were done with Paul Dickey and Lee. I almost said Lay. Lee. And this is it, my God. And I feel I'm sassing here, people, because this McDons thing and this best albums in the history of human being is very serious, and I'm totally sassing because I know that this is the 16th best album in the history of the human being, but where I only got the songs figured out to number 71, I know damn well there's songs on this album that rank in the top 100 songs, but where I'm only up to 81, I'm sassing songs like Sun Cycle, Feathers from Your Tree, and Gypsy Ball, because you know those songs. Could it be, well, am I going out on a limb here to say that Sun Cycle, Feathers from Your Tree, and Gypsy Ball is number 72, 73, 74, is in the list of the best songs in the history of the human being? Maybe. I went on a limb with Captain Beyond when I said that Dancing Madly Backwards on a Sea of Air with Armworth and Myopic Void was number 70, but I was right. So you never know. Maybe I'm right with Blue Cheer here. But this is it. This is the most LSD-saturated album to come out of 1968, without a doubt. And it's Blue Cheer's best album, and Blue Cheer are one of the greatest bands in the fucking world. So that means a whole lot. It really does. And if you don't know it, you're, well, you must have been reading too much Rolling Stone magazine. Number 16, people. Blue Cheer, Outside Inside. And one more little thing here to mention. This album was so wild on recording studios that every time they tried to record this album in a studio, they blew out the echo chambers. And they were kicked out. They said, you can't work here under such volumes. So the album was completed outside on a dock. So that's why it's called Outside Inside. Half the record inside, the other half outside, because they were just so loud. Blue Cheer!
Mark's just made a list of the best albums in the history of the human being. Records we all should talk about. An album we could all listen to this week. Let's go to the McDons house. Let's go to the McDons. Let's go to the McDons house and play some songs.
Thanks, everybody.